Good afternoon, Year 11 Group C. I'm a little bit late recording this video, so I do apologise for that. But if you're watching it, I've finally got it up and we're away. We're into week 3 of our 5-week programme. And if you look at the programme, one of the things that we had to do was factorising quadratics, something that you should all be able to do. So why am I recording a new video on it? Because I want you to start doing it a different way. A way that we didn't use in class, mainly because when I first started teaching you this, it wasn't a method that I was aware of myself. We're always learning new things, and this was one that was shown to me by Mr. Richards actually, and I really like it. So consequently, I used it with my my Year 10 class, you know, the famous Year 10 class, and I think it makes it a little bit easier to understand, and also this method has other applications at A level, which is why I really want to show you how to do it. It's called the box method. It's not called I've called it the box method. Now, these ones here, you wouldn't need a special method for. You should all be able to do these. Well, let me just remind you by doing a couple of them for you. So if I do, well, I don't know. I'll do, I want one with a minus and one with a plus. I'll do these two here, 12 and 15. So if I start with 12, x squared minus x minus 12. I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to make minus 12 and add to make minus 1. So they need to be one apart from each other. Clearly it's 4 and 3. And I just need to make sure I get the minus sign on the right one. So it's actually on the 4. So minus 4 added 3 is minus 1. So the answer is x minus 4 x plus 3. Pause the video if you need to, just make sure that you fully understand that. But I'm not hanging around here because you should be able to do this already. Let's try the next one, number 15. X squared minus 11x plus 28. So it's 28 is the number I'm aiming for. And I want two numbers that multiply to make 28 and add to make minus 11. Well, if they're going to multiply to make a positive number, they must both have the same sign. So in this case, they've both got a minus sign on them. And they've got to add to make 11. So that's going to be 7 and 4. 7 times 4 is 28. Both with a minus sign on. So it's minus 7 times minus 4. So it's minus 7. And minus 4. Again, just pause to make sure that you understand how that works. Right, now we're on to these ones, the box method ones. And I'll pick one with all pluses to start with, to make it as easy as possible for me to explain this. Let's do number 11. 3x squared plus 19x plus 20. 3x squared plus 19x plus 20. Let's do it our way to start with, something you're familiar with, and then I'll show you the new way of doing it, which I think you'll gradually start using and prefer. So our way of doing it at the moment is to first of all times 3 by the 20, which gives you 60, and then to try and find two numbers that multiply to make 60 and add to make 19. Okay, well, if you can't get it straight away, remember you can always just write out different possibilities for making 60, and hopefully one of those are all the ones you can do. Oh no, there's one more, 6 and 10, sorry. One of those hopefully has got two numbers that add to make 19. So just look down the list. Oh, there it is, 4 and 15. So it's 4 and 15, all plus signs to keep things simple in this case. And then what we did was we wrote something like 3x squared plus 4x plus 15x plus 20, like that. So we sort of split up the 19 into two separate ones, and then we would look at that and we would factorize that into a single bracket, just an x to come out there, like so, and we would factorize that into a single bracket. This time it's a 5 to come out, and then it's 3x plus 4 in the bracket like that, and then these being the same tells me I've done it right, and the final answer is the other two written in a bracket multiplied by that. I've gone through that quickly because you should already know how to do it. Okay, pause the video and just check that you understand how that works. Now, the box method does exactly the same as what we just did, but it does it in a slightly different way, which for these is probably just about the same difficulty, but it has advantages for other things. So what you do with the box method is you draw a box like so. Okay, and into it you put these 4 things here. Okay, now if you look at these 4 things here, the first and the last one we knew already because they were in the question. So you put the 3x squared in the box here. So one on the left goes in the top left box, and the one on the right goes in the bottom right box, like that. Okay, so those 2, you just read them straight off the question. How easy is that? You just put them in the boxes like that. Then the other 2, the 4x and the 15x, we didn't know them at the start, but we got them by doing this. And you still have to do that with this method. So you'd still have to do that there first to get the 4 and the 15. And once you've got those, you just put them in these boxes here. It doesn't matter which way round you do it. So I could do it like that, 4x and 15. It works the other way around as well. Then, all you do is you can choose either that one or that. I'm going to choose this one here. And you just look at these and you just think, well, what's the common factor? Just like we did here to get the x. What's the common factor? And it's an x. Just like it was here. You write the x there like that. Then, to get the rest of the things around the edge, you literally just think, what would have to go there so that when I times it by the x, I get 3x squared? Well, I'd have to have a 3x there. And once I know that's a 3x, to get 15x there, I must have had a 5 there. And if I've got an x there and I've got a 4x there, I must have had a 4 there like that. And that's it. That's your answer. It's x plus 5 down the side, 3x plus 4 across the top, like so. And that's how it works. Let's do another one, this time from scratch, not having done that first from the exercise. So let's have a go at, oh, I don't know, let's do the second to last one. This looks, sorry, you can't see it. This one here looks complicated. 5x squared minus 13x minus 6. 5x squared minus 13x minus 6. Let's have a go at that one there. So, here we go. So, the process starts the same. I times the 5 by the minus 6. It gives me minus 30. And then I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to make minus 30 and add to make minus 13. Okay, so one's going to be a plus and one's going to be a minus. And what would they be? Oh, I think I've got it. It's 15 and 2. They would multiply to make 30. So I put a minus sign on one of them to make minus 30. Well, I'm going to need to put the minus sign on the minus 15 like that. Now they multiply to make minus 30 and they add to make minus 30. And then we're going to use the box method now. So you draw a box, like so. And you instantly, from looking here and here, fill the top left box with 5x squared, and the bottom right box with minus 6, like that. Then the other 2 boxes are these 2 numbers here, with an x on the end like that. And then you think, what's the common factor here? 5x squared and minus 15x. Well, there's a number in common, that's 5. 5 goes into both of them. And then they've both got an x in them, so it's 5x. To be honest with you, that's the hard work done. You just fill the rest in now. That's obviously an x. That's obviously a 2. And that's a minus 3. Minus 5x times minus 3 is minus 15. Even works there, look. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. And you're done. You literally then just write the first bracket from those 2 and the second bracket from those 2. So there we are. A new way of factorising quadratics, which hopefully you'll get used to and stop doing it this way, because this method has advantages when we come to start doing harder stuff at A level. Okay, and it's a good way of you actually doing it. So if you could get used to the box method, that would be great. I'm going to attach this sheet to the task today, and at some point I'll probably attach the answers as well. But if you could just give those a try, or as many of them as you can fit in, and then turn in your work so I can see you have actually done it. I don't know you've done it unless you turn it in. Okay, it's really important. You might be working and I just don't know about it. Please make sure you turn it in so I know you are actually doing the work. Thanks everyone.